Hello, lifestylers. I am Renata Del Carmen, and welcome back to the Lifestylers. Ooh, you know what? I'm looking at this, and I'm just looking at how amazing my skin looks. So soft and pretty, girl. That's my products. Okay. Yeah, subscribe, follow, be a part of it.
Feeling good, feeling lovely, ayy. Feeling more joy on the way, ayy. It's written all over your face. It's a whole mood celebrate. Feeling so fly with the vibes on high. Feeling alright when you walk in the light. Ain't lifestyle like a morning.
If you have been watching, and I hope you have, I also hope that you have subscribed and that you have turned your notifications on and you are receiving this video in a timely fashion. That is my hope. But if you have been watching, then you are aware of the series that I have started regarding owning a Black-owned beauty brand. And it has developed in my mind into something that I hope to be able to deliver to you all very soon. But I had to take a break from that series because I found myself in a place where I was like, what is happening to my Black-owned beauty brand? And I say that because I started to experience the effects of building a business amidst the corona coaster that we are on, along with everything else that is happening in the world. Like, social justice is very important to me. So coming up on an election, a very critical election, I mean, they are all critical if you ask me, but that, along with the plethora of injustices that we are facing on a day-to-day basis. So like, I felt like my attention was pulled in so many different directions, never really away from my brand, but just how my brand is developing and still thriving in the midst of all of this. I was super excited in June and July because I had experienced growth as a brand in terms of customer base and just the market that I was reaching for so many different reasons. I would say a lot of it was because the world had shifted its focus toward Black-owned business. And so I think many people who were in love with my brand and products before kind of like felt the need to push it during that time. I am so grateful, one, that there are people who enjoy my products, and two, that they want to talk about it. And so that was like really, really amazing. It felt great. It still feels good, mainly because a lot of my products sold out. Like, majority of my products sold out during that time. In the month of June and July even, like, I saw the highest sales my business has ever seen, ever in the history of ever. Thank you. Thank you. That was awesome. It's still awesome. It's not something I don't think I could ever get used to, and nor do I give myself time to, because I'm at this point where I'm like, how do I make everything better? Thinking about how to make things better, I was like, my brand needs to speak to all of the things that I am, who I am, and the people that I'm speaking to. Like, it needs to resonate with them. And so I'm like, Renata Del Carmen is not just this soft, pretty, smooth skin, right? Like, it is that, but it's also a very bold skin. It's also a resilient skin, and just beauty inside and out. And so I needed my brand to speak to that, and did this whole, not rebrand, but repackaging of my products, which I fell in love with. And just knowing what else is to come, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be lovely, and super excited. So between that and everything being sold out, I was like, really feeling good, still feeling good about that. And then I hit a roadblock. What was the roadblock? I was starting to have a hard time finding the products that I needed to create my product. Packaging, so many things were either sold out of stock, shipping delays, and then I realized that the corona coaster started to really impact other parts of the country. So while I was getting stay-at-home orders in New York, and I probably shouldn't be like running out to the post office to ship orders, I was being super safe as I could be, wearing my mask, sanitizer, washing hands, and social distancing. But people were ordering, and as you know from my previous video, I'm very critical about customer service and people getting items on time and all of that. And then the rest of the country was like still doing their own thing, but New York was like on pause. But I was still getting shipment out quickly, and they were receiving it quickly, and I was getting stuff from Amazon quickly. The delivery guys, postal workers, and I know they are under fire right now under our current government, but you guys are essential. You guys are amazing and are totally appreciated. Because of you, my brand was able to thrive during a time where many of us were like experiencing some of the hardest and stressful times of our lives. So to be able to provide this like self-care experience with like amazing skincare products and just like a vibe, like a total vibe to alleviate the anxiety, alleviate the stress, and just create a moment that was like an escape from what had become the new norm. Like, it felt good to do that. And then things sold out. Then I tried to restock, and the things I needed to create that experience was sold out. And I was like, that's amazing, but like, I need to keep this going. I need to keep this like momentum. Like, people love these products, they're ordering again and again, and they're like loving it, but now I can't really provide the quality experience that I was providing before, in the middle of one of the worst times our generation has ever experienced. I was like, whoa, like, I need to pivot, right? Like, I should pivot, but like, I want to stay true and authentic to my brand. Now, let me be clear. I am adamant about authenticity. Mainly because there is so much in the world that is a facade and smoke and mirrors and unreliable and not true, that if my brand was going to be anything, it was going to be true and it was going to be authentic. So I had to think, like, how can I continue to build my brand, build customer base, market my products, and remain true? And so the month of August has really been a time of reflection and trying to figure that out. So while, and this is not abnormal for any business at any time, right? But it has become normal now for businesses in the midst of COVID. Like, a lot of people have had to pivot and try to figure things out. And I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I've listened to the best. I've watched the best. I've sought advice from some of the best. And to be honest, no one has told me anything that I don't already know. I know. It's wild. Like, you seek advice on things and seek assistance or maybe guidance, and sometimes it's just like, you already knew that. So what's next? And to be honest, the first step is God. You really have to be in tune with God and his plan for you, how he wants to use you and your purpose. And so I'm not saying that it makes things easier. I'm just saying that you have peace in the middle of whatever it is that you are experiencing. And so, yeah, like, I want to keep going for sure. I want to expand, and I will talk about that soon. But I want to be real and I want to be true. And so that is where I am right now. I am figuring out how to continue like building my brand and creating these amazing products, even when I can't get the things I need to make my products. I have searched high and low. And a part of it is like, I don't want to just throw anything together. It needs to be of the same quality, darling, because quality is important. Okay, it is a part of me. Quality. Can't just throw anything together. And it has to be a representation of who I am and who my brand is reaching. So pray for me as I work through these issues, but also as I develop my vision even further and expand and just seek to inspire others to do the same. I will be back soon to talk about where I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing. I've been contemplating vlogging. I still don't really know how that's gonna work, but I want you guys to see what it's like trying to maintain a full-time job, being a mom, running a Black-owned beauty brand. It is much, darling, and still trying to be social when we are supposed to be socially distant. Life is weird, but it's still amazing. I am so glad you guys made it to this point, because if you are here, that means we are vibing, and you should subscribe and you should follow. And turn the notifications on, so when I do release the next video telling you about what I'm doing, you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm just looking at how amazing my skin looks. So soft and pretty. Girl, that's my products. Okay. Yeah, subscribe, follow, be a part of the Lifestyler Suite. See you soon, dolls.